first time on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place for separating facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about a very delicate subject which involve the benefits and issues of marriages between African spiritual practitioners. This is something that a lot of practitioners don't really think about, but there are a lot of issues involved in marriages between practitioners, and some of these issues can be very serious, and some of them can lead to the untimely dissolution of this kind of marriages. For us as practitioners, conscious people, one of the things that we really wish or we really want in our life, especially for those of us that are single, is to get married or get involved with somebody that is also conscious like you, somebody that actually believes in what you believe in and actually see the world the same way that you see the world. And that kind of person is quite naturally the best type of person for you, because both of you will share similar understanding and have similar perspective, and it will naturally make life easier for both of you because you think the same way. Okay, so you can cooperate better, you can be able to do things have a higher level or degree of understanding. When it comes to African spirituality, this is also the case. But there are some issues that we need to take note of. Some very minor, important issues. And those are the issues I want to bring out today. So that we will not make the mistake of getting involved with somebody, then we're going to part in a very unhappy way. First of all, from what I say about the interrelationship as a practitioner, let's say I'm a practitioner, I venerate a certain deity, I venerate Ogun or Amadioha or Olokun. It will be better if it will be best if I also venerate or I also get married to a partner that venerates the same deity. Okay, this is the best scenario. If you can be able to get a partner that both of you actually venerate the same deity in that pantheon, it's going to be the best marriage ever. Okay, because both of you will be 100% synchronized in body and in spirituality, and both of you will be observing the rites and doing the rituals or whatever thing, festivities or ceremonies concerning that deity. You'll be doing it together, and you know that when two hands come together, it is easier when you team up with a partner that both of you share the same ideas and spirituality. It is the best case scenario. Okay, this is excellent. If you can be able to have that kind of partner that both of you are actually venerating exactly the same deity, I don't think you guys will have any problem. The probability of you guys breaking up is less than zero. It's very slim. This is the excellent case. But what you're going to find in African spirituality, this is not always the case. We have issues whereby somebody will be venerating a different deity, and then you will get involved with a practitioner that is venerating something else. But both of you will come together, you'll be having a romantic or relationship and get married. Let's say I am venerating Ogun now. I am a chief priest of Ogun. Then now I'm not dating a lady that is a chief priest of Oshun. She's a chief priest. She has her own shrine dedicated to Oshun. I have my own shrine dedicated to Ogun. There's going to be a lot of problems because first of all, we have different rites that we'll be observing. Apart from the fact that both of us are conscious spiritual people, which is a good platform, we are also dedicated to our various individual deities. So there will be a lot of conflicts when it comes to our spirituality. For us practitioners, Our spirituality comes first before our practice. This is the way it is. It comes first for us. It is the mission, the great work. So we naturally do not let anything come between us and our spiritual practice. Maybe after the practice, the next thing will be the closest thing to you, which will be your husband or your wife. So when you have this situation, there will always be conflicts. Let's say I am a man now, I want to do some certain things, maybe conjugal services. During the time you want to meet your wife, she will tell you that she is doing some purity observations for some rites she wants to do, or this is not the right time because she's attending to her spiritual duties. How are you going to feel? What are you going to be doing during that time? This happens often, okay? And as a practitioner, there are many times that maybe you're doing rites for people, you are doing rites, you are doing services for people. You will not be available emotionally for your partner. You will not be available. And maybe your partner at that time needs you for emotional support, need you for companionship, need you for so and so. They will not be available. Okay, you just be by yourself. Then when she has finished doing her thing, then when the time comes for her to need you too for that emotional companionship, you too will be focused on doing your right. Maybe that is the time that you are actually doing your sacrifices or your offerings. You too will be emotionally unavailable. So this is a serious problem. I have encountered this, I have experienced this a certain time when I dated a priest of a certain water deity. I dated a priestess. This was the issue. When I need her, she's not available, she's doing some right, she's just doing right of, I have to abstain from sex from this time to this time, I have to do this offering, this is not the right time, I have to do so and so. And I need to get laid or do something. So I will have to now be staying by myself. It was a difficult experience for me, I will not lie. It was a difficult experience. But let's say both of us are venerating that deity. Both of us will be observing the same rites together. We'll be doing the same thing together. So I will not feel neglected. Okay, I will not feel neglected or isolated. I will not, because we are doing the same thing. We know that this is a time for abstinence where we abstain. This is the time for giving offering, we're doing together. This is the time for doing so and so ceremony. But when she's doing her own stuff, I am doing my own stuff spiritually, there is a problem. And this is a major problem you're going to find in the life of many spiritual practitioners that are intermarrying, that are marrying different priests and priestesses serving different deities. They always have this problem. They always have the problem. So for traditionalist people in West Africa, you will see them having many wives. If you are a man or you are a chief priest, you will not have only one wife. As a chief priest in Africa, one wife is not enough because there are many work you will be doing. So for this kind of situation, they have like 3-4 wives to support them. And if both of you want to just be together, exclusive together, what will happen in this case is that one of you will have to give up their practice to support the other person. This is the way it works. There's a saying that 2 captains cannot be in one boat. Okay? In the house, there must be somebody that is making all the decisions. This is how every family is. You must have one person, one leader that is making the major decisions that everybody looks up to. Okay, you can never have 2 captains. So you have to choose. It can be you or your wife. It doesn't matter, but the main thing is that you have the understanding. So when it comes to spiritual practice like this, somebody will have to step down their practice in order for the other person to focus on their own, so that there will be peace in that house. This is the way it is done. So when you see spiritualists practicing, one person must be in the supportive role. It might be the husband or it might be the wife. I have seen cases whereby women that are practicing African traditionalists, the husband is the one playing that supportive role. I have seen many cases like this. The husband will have to give up their practice and be supporting the woman, and both of you will be venerating the same deity. This is the way you guys can manage. This is the only way peace will be in that marriage, or this is the only way you people can live together happily. So if you know that you really love the person, you love the person with all your heart and you want to be with this person, you will have to make major decisions which will involve you giving up or stepping down your practice. Okay? Can you be able to do this? If you know you can be able to do this, you do this. But we have seen cases whereby people are serious practitioners, but they meet, they have affection, they come together. Nobody is refusing to giving up their practice for the other one. So naturally, that relationship will not last. Okay? It will not last. When this person is ready, the other person is not available. When this person is available, the other one is not available. What do you think will happen? Then we start making plans to be seeing other people. This is how it normally happens. So that's why you see in the life of major spiritualists, many of them are single, especially in African spirituality, especially the women. The men, we have like 2-3 wives. The women, most of the time, they are single. You will see a woman, she have 4-3 children. She already has kids, but she's on her own, she's single. We just call her like wife of the deity. This is a problem they are having. Okay, and for this kind of people, as a spiritualist like this, not everybody can be able to date them. A lot of people are afraid to date a practitioner. A lot of people, and to date a practitioner is not easy, especially as somebody that is dedicated to a deity. It's like you getting in a relationship with that. It's like you are serving the person and the deity at the same time, because you have to make a lot of sacrifices. Okay, just take it that you are serving the person and the deity, because you're dating that person and the person is focusing on their own deity. You have to be supporting them. And if you are actually claim to be dating the person, you are not committed, there's always problems too. Maybe you claim to be dating them, that you're sleeping around. If this person get hungry and the deity get angry, they can do a lot of bad things to you to mess up your life. And it normally happens like this. So a lot of people are afraid to date practitioners, especially if you know that you are not going to be sincere. So many of them are single for this kind of reasons. So if you want to date a practitioner, you have to make sure that you people reach an understanding. For us practitioners, I will advise that if you want to date somebody that is not so heavy. If you know that you are very heavy in your practice, don't date somebody that is as heavy as you, because there will always be clashing. Your deity with that other deity will be clashing for attention. If you are not attending, due to the relationship, you are not attending to your spirit family anymore, you are not doing the offerings, doing the things you're supposed to be doing, they will get angry with you, and it will cause problems in your life. So it's better for you to date somebody that is not so heavy in the practice, but is also conscious. So that way, that person will be playing a supportive role to you, will be helping you, assisting you, standing by you, and supporting you to do the work. So this way you can have peace. You will be able to have a lot of time and happiness. But if you're also dating a heavy practitioner like you, that will not have time for you, will be totally emotionally unavailable for you from time to time, you will have issues. Okay, and those kind of relationship will not last. Okay, So this is my take on the issue of dating a practitioner. There are some practitioners that they are not supposed to be dating people. They are just to be fully dedicated to the path. And there's some that can date. It depends on the kind of things you want to do. But we as humans, we need to live as humans from time to time. We came here to experience life and to enjoy the good things of life. So I don't see why we cannot be able to enjoy life and at the same time practice our spirituality. What is necessary in this case is balance. You need to be able to find a way to balance your sex life and your spiritual life, your relationship life. Balance it. There must be this balance. This is what you should strive to achieve in your life. Okay, so too much spirituality is not good. Too much of everything is bad. If you become so engrossed in your spiritual practice, you will not be able to live life, experience the things you're supposed to be experiencing in life. And this is also not a good thing. So from time to time, you need to step back in the game. You need to just feel free, relax yourself, and do the worldly things. The worldly things involve you going to dating, going to party. Just mix up with regular people, see what is going on, try to update yourself, and just see what is going on in the world. I do that sometimes. I go to parties. I try to at least I socialize at least 2 times or 3 times in a month. I go out to club to meet people, just to see what is going on and enjoy myself. It's not every time that you'll be meditating. It's not every time that you will be focusing on. It's like you're drifting. You should not let it be like a drug, something you're addicted to. And you should not fall short of your physical obligations due to the fact that you are practicing spirituality. Okay, you should remember that you're also a human being. So you should not let this thing, don't be obsessed with the practice. Okay, don't let it take over you to the point that you cannot be able to become productive or become valuable in the world anymore. Okay, so find a way to adapt your practice, to blend it, to make it become something that is natural to you. Okay, this way is going to help you a lot. There are a lot of people that are not into spirituality, and they are not dying. They are living their life, enjoying their life. Things is still happening for them. Everything is going well for them. So what about you? You came here to experience life. So don't soak yourself too much in the thing. If not, these spirits, many times they will suck you into them. Before you know, you start doing all the work for them. They don't care about you. What they care about is their own aim sometimes. So don't get too much engrossed in their activities like that too. So they don't suck you in. That you see some people, they are practicing spirituality, they now look like mad people. They don't dress properly anymore. They don't take care of themselves anymore. They don't even know how to mix up anymore. They don't even, the way they behave, you want to run away from them when you see them. You wonder, this person is mad. Be careful of partners that are over obsessed with their practice. Sometimes many of these people, they are fake spiritualists. For me, spirituality should not be something that you wear as a badge of honor. That when somebody see you from 5 miles away or 10 miles away, they will just know that you are a spiritualist. You dress in a certain way, wear some kind of things, trying to let the whole world know that you are spiritual. For me, a lion don't need to tell everybody that it's a lion. When you see a lion, you will know that this is a lion. Be careful of people that is trying any little thing they want to prove to you that they are spiritual, they are better than you. Be careful of these kinds of people. Then people that are so obsessed with their practice that they are not living normally or they want to use it to control your life. Be careful of those kind of people. They are not so good people. And when you go into a relationship with a spiritual person, you have to be very careful the kind of deities they are practicing, they are venerating. A lot of people, what I have come to see in African spirituality, we have a lot of bad people. These are African winches, evil people. We have evil people in Africa before white people. We have evil spiritual cults. These are cults of darkness, cults of wickedness. These are people that venerate the evil aspects or the evil deities in African spirituality. We have them. Okay, in Africa we call them witchcraft. They initiate themselves by eating human blood or human flesh, mixing it with stuff. When they eat this stuff, they go to their dark world, their world of destruction. There, these people do is to do evil 24 hours. We have this kind of cults in Africa. Some of them are generational cults. They pass it on to their children. It is in their bloodline. Okay, it is their work on this planet to cause destruction. We have this kind of people. Now, a lot of this kind of people, many of them are in African spirituality. The rest of them are in churches. When you see somebody always going to church every day, they don't have any money, they don't have anything, they are always suffering. Most of these people, they suffer in real life. They cannot have anything good in the real life. They are suffering, they are living like the poorest kind of life. But in this evil world, in this their witchcraft world, they are millionaires. When you see somebody that is totally suffering and yet they still not want to leave the suffering, they are still so damn religious, stay away from this kind of people. Do not marry people don't date people that are extremely poor. Please, when you want to date people, you look at the characteristics of the people and try to understand the mindset of the person you are trying to date. Okay, if this person is poor, very very poor, and they are lazy, they are not doing things to take them out of that poverty, they are not struggling, they are comfortable in their poverty, don't date those kind of people. If somebody is too religious or somebody is too spiritual, over obsessed with the spirituality, that is becoming like madness, don't date that kind of person. If you see an African spiritualist that is behaving like a mad person, already leave the. I'm not saying dread is not good. Dread is good, but if you see some kind of people, the kind of dread they have, it's like madness dread. Dada, we call it dada. The dread is smelling. It is unkept. It looks evil. Okay, and when you talk to some people, the kind of words that come out of their mouths, you should be careful. Even if the person is seeing vision, the person have some kind of spiritual power, you should be careful. Okay, real spirituality does not drive people to mad to the point of or to the edge of madness like that. The spirits you work with matters. Okay, we have different kinds of spirits in African spirituality. Not all of them are clean, despite the fact that the person might have some kind of psychic power or something or gifts. Look at the person's character very very well, okay, before you go into the relationship with the person. And if you see somebody is trying to use their spirituality to control your life, be careful. This is a red flag. It's a giant red flag. When somebody wants to use their spiritual practice to control your life, be very very careful. Okay, you are a practitioner, you know what is attainable. You ask the first thing, you ask the person, what deities are you venerating? If they tell you, you check that deity. There are certain things you should know about the deity. Okay, if the person claims to be venerating Oshun and it's not behaving like the way Oshun people is behaving or the way Oshun is supposed to behave, know that there's a red flag. Okay, a lot of practitioners, when they do this evil stuff, they'll be claiming to be venerating a benevolent deity. But when you look into their practice, what they are doing is pure evil and wickedness. You see somebody claiming to be a practitioner, then all they do is evil spells from morning till night, how to kill people, how to destroy people, how to tie people's destiny, how to cause misfortune. When you see the kind of works this person is doing from morning till night, you should suspect somebody that is promoting ignorance. These are, you see some spiritualists, what they do is to work with these evil pastors, to do spell for pastors to hoodwink people so that people will be under bondage. When you see this kind of spiritualities that are working for these men of dogs to tie down the spiritual destiny of people, just know that they are not good people. When you see somebody that we be walking without a conscience, somebody will just come to you that this person did something bad to me. You will not ask question, will not even find that if it is true. Whether if they are the one that is even lying, you just be doing evil spells to destroy the life of that person. You should be careful. You should be careful the way, the characteristic of the kind of people that that you are in a relationship with. So when some people will tell you something, they'll do another thing. They do the opposite of what they are saying. And at the same time, they claim to be venerating the same deity as you, are a benevolent deity, but what they are doing from morning to night is opposite. It is evil. They are practicing wickedness. It's what they are practicing, ruku ruku. You should be careful. Then a lot of these other ones that go to church, you see them in church from morning till night, especially girls. Many of them are winch. All these ones that want to let you know that the only value they have is that they know God, they are good people. But when you see them in real life, they don't have anything. They are totally unproductive. They are serious 100% liability. They are vampires. These are girls that are dead broke. Dead broke. They have nothing to their name. Nothing to their name, nothing to their family. They are totally dependent on you as a man. The only thing they want to offer is religion. I am good, I go to church, I don't sleep around. Whereas they sleep around. All the things they say they don't do, they do it 100 times, but they just pretend. When you come across this kind of women hiding in the fig tree of religion to come to you, you should also be careful too. Okay, you have to be careful. In conscious dating, when you want to date, look at somebody that will take you as a priority, somebody that will support your practice, support what you are doing. If you are in a relationship with somebody, you find that your partner is not supporting your practice, your partner is not supporting you, that is another red flag. Okay, you have to be seen to be supportive. They have to be seen to be supporting what you do. Okay, they have to believe to a certain extent in what you do. But if they are totally ignoring that fact, and at the same time they are depending on you for financial breakthrough, in fact they want to use you to level up. This is what a lot of people do today when they say they are in a relationship, they are looking for a relationship. They are looking for somebody that will give them money so that they can be able to take money from you to arrange their life to be somebody. They are scammers, they are criminals, gold diggers. So this kind of people, you should be careful about them. If the person is not interested, not supporting you, at the same time they don't even have anything they are doing, then kick them out of the relationship. Do not look back. Don't feel sorry for them. Kick them out. Okay? Being single is not a death sentence. Okay? We know these religious people, they are everywhere. Holier than thou attitude, they are everywhere. Sad. If you inside a relationship, you see this person, the only thing they have to offer is religion. Kick them out too. We also have some of them like that in spirituality. Every day they talk about African spirituality. They don't talk about how to make money, how to do something else. Be careful of this kind of people. I have seen them in African spirituality. I have seen this kind of women. From morning till night, this deity, from morning till night, they do nothing to move their life forward. A lot of them in African spirituality, you're going to find a lot of crazy people. That's why I usually talk to people who don't know what is inside their heads. We have a lot of mad people here, a lot of people that are claiming to see things, hallucinating. Some of them have multiple personalities. Before you see a good practitioner, it is a little bit rare that know what they are doing. You know? When you load your head with too much superstitious belief, it is almost as the same thing as a mad person. It does not make sense for you to fill your mind with things that have no facts, that have no bearing. We have lots of superstitious beliefs in African spirituality. Imagine somebody filling their head with 80% of things that have no realistic basis. Is that not insanity? That is what we say soft madness. They are mad, but they are not running around naked. They are not violent, but they are mad. They are mad because they believe in, half of what they believe in is stupidity. This kind of person cannot be your partner. This kind of person cannot be your a wife material or a husband material. So you need to be checking their brain. A lot of people in traditionalists in West Africa, more than 50% of their mentality is superstitious belief. You cannot marry this kind of people. You marry them, you will regret. You will, they will turn you, they will run you mad because they will want to force this kind of beliefs into you. And you, with your sane mind, will be now fighting tooth and nail to reject these things. That's why you need to practice by yourself. Okay. Sometimes, as a practitioner, it's better to marry even an atheist. Yeah, so because those ones have more common sense. Those ones believe in things that are reasonable than some of our brothers and sisters that claim to be practicing African spirituality. You come to a place like Nigeria, what you see the average practitioner, what they do is that they rearrange a table, fill it with flowers and drinks, put a doll baby there. They call it the shrine. That is the only thing they know. They start watering it from morning to night. They don't know any major spiritual concepts. The highest thing they know, again, is to carry food and go to water and do water sacrifice. They don't know anything anymore. Then what they repeat and regurgitate is the old stories that they have gotten from other illiterate spiritual that is around them and before them, and they expect to live their life like this. Then when you go to meet them for something, they want to inculcate these beliefs that does not make sense to you into you. And a lot of them are scammers, by the way. When you go to meet them, they try to multiply your problem, and they try to use their shrine to threaten you. The first thing they will say before they will do something for you, you have to swear by the shrine that if you what you got what you want, you have to do one very big thing for them. All these things is rubbish. They want to threaten your life because you can know one or two spells to help somebody. The person have to be paying you money for the rest of their life. What sort of nonsense is that? Many things they do is rubbish. So it's not say because I must marry a traditionalist or somebody. Yes, it's good, but you need to check the brain of the person. A lot of these people are filled with superstitious belief. Birds of the same faith has flocked together. You, as an educated, updated, modern son of Africa, the last thing you want to do is to go and put yourself into that archaic and superstitious mentality with those kind of low mentality people. The last thing you want to do is to put yourself under this kind of people or tie yourself to them. Okay, that's why we are studying this practice. That's why you need to study it so that you can upgrade, leave those people behind, let them die in their superstitious and ignorance and stupidity. They need to die there because many of them are not going to change. You can't change them. They will say, this is the way my father did it. This is the way I am supposed to do it. Now, many of them now are suffering because the world is changing, and a lot of Africans, of course, are dumping African spirituality because the way they are practicing is not progressing. Many of them don't have answers to many basic questions in life. The way I do my stuff, many of them cannot even do half of the things I do here. Many of them don't even know it. It's not about dancing every day, doing this, they call it festival. Dancing every day, singing festival song to one deity that your life will change. Prayer without work is nothing. Okay? Prayer without work is nothing. The deities is already inside you. It's not by giving offerings every day. Okay? So many things they are doing is wrong. So when you want to date, you have to be very careful, my brother. It's better you check the head of the person. Don't think if they are conscious or not. Make sure your partner have a certain level of awareness. They're thinking in a certain way. Check their brain. Check how they reason, how they approach life. If you can get that kind of person, the person may not necessarily be a practitioner, but as far as they support you, and most importantly, they love you, and they are thinking, they have good brain, they are reasonable people, they are not filled with superstitious belief, they are very rational people, marry that kind of person. If you see that kind, and those kind of people, they are very rare. But if you meet somebody like that, manage them. Not be the one way you will see, say she dey wear white every day. Every day I am going to river. Every day I'm going to this. Every day I'm going to this. Which kind of life you can't live? When you need somebody, let's do something, she not did there. Every day the spirit say this, the spirit say that. They say this. Today is the day of abstinence. I cannot have sex today. I cannot cook today. What kind of rubbish is that? Now, wow. You go waka go front. You need to reason all these things. Okay? Some people, they are winch just using spirituality to cover face. You go marry that kind of person, you don't die finish now. They'll come tell you to slave into your house. I have seen this kind of thing. I have experienced it. So please do not put yourself under that situation. Say the person is a practitioner. Some of our practitioners, they are pure winch. Better winch, not they be. Okay? So anybody who won't use that kind of lifestyle, they worry you, push around, make it enter bush. I'm not gonna lie for that kind of thing. I'm not ready. You cannot be spiritual more than me. Sure. So you need to know what you want in a relationship, and you need to go after what you want in a relationship. Okay. So we have issues in dating. In dating ourselves, we spiritualists, we have major issues, especially when you're venerating different kind of deities. There's a major issue there. The best case scenario, if both of you venerate the same deity, is the best case scenario. But if both of you venerate different deities, there can be issues, especially if one person is claiming to be superior. There will be issues there. So what we solve that problem, one of you have to step down for the other person. Me, I am not stepping down my practice for anybody. So anybody that will come to me will have to step down their own practice for me. Okay, that is the way I see it. And I think I'm okay like that. So I don't know about you. So it's a good thing to date ourselves, Sha. It's a good thing. It's a good thing you get experience. I encourage dating. I believe we should be dating ourselves. We learn from each other, good or bad. You always learn from the relationship. I have dated different kind of people. Each time I learn a new lesson, I believe it makes me a better person. So I don't see anything with anything bad. You date, you can still try it just to get the experience. If nothing else, you will get some experience, but be careful. There's a lot of things happening. I'm assuming you're an adult quite naturally, so you know how to handle yourself as a spiritualist or as a practitioner. Okay. So this is what I have on this topic. If you have any question you can ask now before I shut down the topic. This is my take on this issue on people marrying each other that are practitioners of African spirituality. Okay. So any questions? In the event of no question, okay, I think we'll call it a day. Thank you, Can, Jerry Williams, Jenny Williams, thank you, and Celestine, thank you for coming. I'm very happy. I appreciate you guys, and I'm very delighted. So we should focus on our practice. The main thing for us is that try to add value to yourself. When you increase your value, you will attract the right kind of people into your life, and you know what you want in life. Okay, so we don't settle for less. There's a lot of good people out there, but they are very hard to see. That is a problem. Very, very hard to see. So you're going to see a lot of bad people, a lot of scallywags, a lot of pretenders are going to be there. Right now, there's a lot of people that are claiming to be awoke in the spiritual field. I have some of them as friends. They will claim that, I don't know, they feel that African spirituality is not getting cool. So you see a lot of people want to hang out with African spiritualists. They want to dress like us. They want to talk the talk and walk the walk, but they are not practitioners. So we should also be careful of this kind of people. And most times when we give these people they are not ready to know anything. They just want to hang out with anything that is trendy. They just want to trend with the topic. So they are also here as well trying to go with the flow. So we should be careful of this kind of people as well also. A dating game for spiritualists, We are different set of people, so you cannot afford to be dating people that are not up to your standard. You should be able to raise the bar. Okay, then when you get a partner, try to see they need to be supporting you. If they are not supporting you, there is a problem. If the person is ignoring you, especially when you're an active practitioner but they seem to ignore all your practice, that is another red flag. Just know that they are not good people, or they want to poison or destroy your spirituality, something like that. Okay, so this is what I have to say today on this topic. Questions and comments are welcome once again. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell close to the subscribe button so you'll be the first to get my videos as soon as I release them. And if you would like to read my book on quantum physics and African spirituality, the book is still waiting for you. You can contact me. I will sell the e-copy to you. Then if you want to practice African spirituality, my website is here, River of Knowledge. It is the one-stop shop or the one-stop place to learn African spirituality. Here I teach it from the ground floor. I teach it authentically, and you're going to learn a lot of powerful stuff. The stuff that I teach on this channel and on that website, you're not going to get it anywhere else. I teach the stuff they don't teach in our schools. I teach the stuff that these Western people try to hide in their secret societies. I teach the stuff that a lot of traditionalists don't even know, that they have refused to know. So my approach is very, very unique and dynamic. So you're going to learn a lot of stuff from here, and it is not expensive once again. So please register for my program. For those people that have not registered, you're going to learn a lot of things that will empower you, that will liberate you, and that will advance your spirituality rapidly. Okay? The source is here. This is not the story. I will tell you the real thing. This is the place you need to be. I practice different kind of spirituality, but I focus on Kushite Kemetic spirituality. The ancient Egyptian and Kushite spirituality is what I focus on, because that is the only spiritual practice that we were able to use to civilize the whole world as African people. It is the most powerful form for me and the most easiest form to practice, and the one that is very open with a lot of evidence, scientific evidence, to show you what you are practicing. I don't believe in gatekeeping. I don't do that. I don't believe in this expensive initiation that you have to be initiated first. All these superstitious bullshit, I don't do them. I'm not a traditionalist. So if you are an educated African, a modern day African, you want to learn this stuff without fear of discrimination, without passing through these traditionalists with too much superstitions, this is the right place that you're going to be. So please sign up for my program today, and a trial will convince you. So apart from that, I thank you very much. If you want to do your spell work, X's, Sparks, all 9 yards, Oracle Tarot reading, you know where to find me. My number is always on this channel. So apart from that, I wish you a very wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you in the next video as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.